Hello and welcome to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Joris and today I am here with the 9th update of our portfolio in 2024, and as you can see we invested quite a lot and added like that almost 10 Swiss francs per month in future dividends to our portfolio, and we are really happy about that. And I am also really happy about the fact that we almost reached 80 subscribers, so thank you to my subscribers so far. And if you want to subscribe as well to my YouTube channel, you can hit the subscribe button down below. Hitting that like button helps out the channel also a lot. It helps redirect the videos to people that like this kind of content as well. So thank you in advance, and yeah, let's continue with the video, of course. So what I want to talk about in this wrap up for July 2024 is the dividends that we received. And those dividends are really important because they play a role in what we bought in July. So FLXD, we bought that one on the 23rd with the dividends from SDGPEX. So we deviate from our normal plan that we started so many years ago with SDGPEX with 900 euros every quarter into SDGPEX and then reinvesting the dividends into it as well. Now we finally deviate from it because we want to get closer to our core satellite strategy that I already presented here on my channel. So the percentage of SDGPEX needs to go down, and with reinvesting the dividend from SDGPEX into FLXD, we are trying to achieve that. We also invested almost 1,000 Swiss francs in GLDV. I needed to say as well that adding the 200 euros allowed us to be as close to 1,000 euros as possible as well, without overextending our budget. And then we invested into XYLF as well, and there we wanted to be as close to 500 Swiss francs as possible, because yeah, the costs there, they are more or less the same as for FLXD and GLDV, so being as close to 500 Swiss francs was important there as well. What I'm going to buy at the end of August is VHYL. It's going to allow us to lower the amount, the percentage that we have in SGPX for our portfolio as well. And VHYL is going to give a dividend in September. So in that way, we also have the stocks before the ex-dividend date in September from VHYL. So we are going to increase our dividend payout for 2024 even more, and in the future years as well. Then I'm going to talk about the value of our portfolio so far and the predicted future yearly dividends plus the dividends for August. So the dividend that we received from XYLF, it was still for the 57 stocks that we had on that time. So now it went up with 37 pieces, I think, but we are going to talk about that in a few seconds. And we received a little bit more than $9 per share, so in total $5.28 added to our Swiss quote account. And for SGPX, for our 1,344 stocks that we have of SGPX, we received 775.22 euros. And with the 200 euros that we added, we could buy 974.66 euros worth of FLXD, and the price that we bought it at was 27.49 on the 23rd. So the 23rd of July, it's really important because if you look at it, so we are now the 28th, the stock market closed on the 26th. So there are more than 3 days passed since the day that we bought the FLXD ETF on the SIX stock market. But yeah, you will see that the price is still 27.49 right now on the SIX stock market, so it hasn't been traded since. For GLDV, we bought 970.10 Swiss francs worth of stocks, 33 pieces for a price of 29.02. So that is a price that you need to remember as well. 29.02 was the price that we bought it at in the morning of the 25th. And in the morning of the 25th, we also bought XYLF for a price of 13.19 Swiss francs, and we bought 37 pieces. So there we wanted to be as close to 500 as possible. So with 499.80, we certainly achieved it. And then we were left with 900, I think 97 and a bit. But we still need 27.03 Swiss francs at the end of every quarter. So I left that amount on our account, almost 28 Swiss francs I left on our Swiss quote account, just to be sure that we can pay at the end of September our quarterly fees that we need to pay. So our ETF portfolio is looking like this right now. So 1,344 pieces of SDGPEX, 138 pieces of GLDV, and there the price rose to 29.485 Swiss francs, so almost 46.5 cents up since the morning of the 25th. So it rose quite a bit on I think Thursday afternoon and Friday. So we were really happy that we bought it on the right time. VHYL, LDG, and FLXD were also positive compared to the last time, and here you can see that since Tuesday morning the price didn't change, so there wasn't a trade of FLXD on the Swiss stock market since my wife and I bought the stocks on Tuesday morning. Then XYLF, the covered call of the S&P 500. The S&P 500 didn't perform that great the past month, so seeing a drop there in the price isn't surprising. Also, the SDGPEX drop in price isn't that surprising with a dividend of 58 cents that was removed from the price of SDGPEX, of course. So the only red number that we see, because yeah, GLDV, FLXD, and XYLF, even with the drop in price from XYLF, the total amount still goes up, of course, with the addition of extra money into those ETFs. And in the beginning of your portfolio journey, you will often have that your values go up and up and up. But if you have more than, I should say, for example, when you invest 300 Swiss francs every month and you go up to 30,000, then with only 1% you have a fluctuation of 300 Swiss francs, then it's not abnormal that your numbers are going to look red at the end of a month. So you shouldn't worry about that. Every amount that you add still helps, even though your portfolio fluctuates with way more than what you can add every month. It doesn't matter. Every bit that you can save and invest helps. So the value of our portfolio since the last time, when it was 49,155.79 Swiss francs on the 30th of June, we added 35 pieces of FLXD, we added 33 pieces of GLDV, and we added 37 pieces of XYLF, so all in the 30, but all different numbers there, but on average 35 pieces. So we invested 2,407.51 Swiss francs extra. So that's with the costs included, but without the costs, we added 2,371.28 Swiss francs in value to our portfolio. So together with the amount that we had, that we received from SDGPEX, you see that the amount that we were able to save in July was 1,660 Swiss francs. So that was mainly due to the fact that my wife received her vacation money in June, and yeah, we were able in the whole of July to have an extra amount of 760 Swiss francs available, and yeah, I could subscribe. How do you say that? Transfer that money also to our Swiss quote account, because I see in the future that we don't have problems normally to attain our 900 Swiss franc monthly contribution. So this month was a top month, 1,660 Swiss francs saved with 760 Swiss francs extra. So the total worth is now 51,140.69 Swiss francs. So almost up 2,000 Swiss francs. But yeah, the total value that we added was 2,371.28. So we need to deduct that. And then we have a negative value of 386.38. So minus 0.79%. Compared to the last month where it was minus 1,156.30, that's not bad at all. And you also need to remember that we received 2 dividends, of which one was really big. So there we had the dividend of XYLF 4.73 Swiss francs, so $5.28, and the SDGPEX one 775.22 euros, converted into 749.34 Swiss francs. So really high amount, and our value of our portfolio is like that, went up with 367.69 Swiss francs. So a positive value of 0.75%. So my wife and I, we are definitely happy with that. When you multiply 0.75 times 12, I'm going to do it right now, 0.75 times 12. That means when we have that every month, we have a percentage rise, a yield of 9%. So if that is possible every year, 9%, we are more than happy with that. And the total amount in dollars that we have on our Swiss quote account is now 181.64 Swiss franc dollar. And as you know, that's going to go into the ETF EMHD, so the emerging market fund. But yeah, we are far from the $500 that we need to have to invest this amount to be more or less around 2% of costs. So yeah, if we aren't going to reach it as I previewed before the end of 2024, I think we will have to buy a few dollars from our Swiss francs and put our money to work, or maybe in the beginning of 2025, because yeah, it makes our tax return a bit more complex if we add another ETF, but one more or less, it's it doesn't make much difference right now. But okay, it's it's just a thing to keep in the back of my head, that leaving this amount open onto our Swiss account, Swiss quote account, isn't that good, because time in the market beats timing the market. That's a really good saying. You should always keep that in the back of your head. And so far the amount wasn't that big, but we are getting closer to 200, and from that moment on it starts hurting because 200 Swiss dollar, or $200. It's getting closer to $300, and 300 Swiss francs or 300 euros was the amount that we started with investing. So then it's annoying me a bit that the amount is just standing there, but that's okay. Now let's talk about the predicted future dividends. So the last update, it was 2,757.44 Swiss francs per year, or 229.79, so almost 230. And now with all those investments that we made, so 35 shares of FLXD, there we add 1.1725 euros per stock in dividends per year. So if we multiply it with 35, we have 41.04 euros per year, and the conversion rate of 1 euro is 0.962 Swiss francs right now. So here, this means that we always have a rough estimation, of course, of the predicted future dividend, because we are dealing with conversion rates of euros into Swiss francs, dollars into Swiss francs. So it's always a bit tricky, but yeah. Every year I will recalculate and start with a fresh slate, and then go from there. Over half a year, then there is a big deviation to be expected, of course, but I'm doing it with the things that I can do it with. So we added 39.48 Swiss francs per year by buying 35 shares of FLXD. And remember, almost all of that came from the dividend that we reinvested from SDGPEX. So from the almost 80% of this amount comes from the dividend of SDGPEX. And per month we added like this 3.29 Swiss francs. And then we added 33 shares of GLDV and 37 shares of XYLF. They both pay out in dollars. And here you can see it's in orange, because that's the dividend that we can expect in August. So 44.05 cents per share for GLDV and 10.53 cents for XYLF, every XYLF share that we have. And the previous 11 dividends from XYLF amounted to $1.1688. So with the dividend from August, we are finally there with 12 dividends, and we finally have the yearly dividend for XYLF, so it's 1.2741. So it's a quite nice dividend yield if you remember that the price is 13.16 cents or a little bit like that. So close to 9% dividend yield for XYLF. And together it brings $90.09 per year, and the conversion rate like this is $1 is worth 0.88.5 Swiss francs. So we added, by buying 33 shares of GLDV and 37 shares of XYLF, 79.73 Swiss francs per year, or 6.64 Swiss francs per month. And in total, this means that for the 3 ETFs that we bought, we added 119.21 Swiss francs per year in dividends, or 9.93 Swiss francs per month. So almost 10 Swiss francs per month. So now we are close to 240 Swiss francs per month, and we are also really close to 2,900 Swiss francs per year, but we breached the 2,850 Swiss francs per year marker. So that's another thing that we need to celebrate. And the dividends that we look forward to in August are the one from GLDV. On the 1st of August is the ex-coupon date, and the pay date is the 15th of August. And for XYLF, the ex date is also on the 1st of August, and the pay date is there going to be a little bit sooner on the 9th of August. So the update overview, we saved a record of 1,660 Swiss francs this month. So 760 Swiss francs more than normal. So we were really happy about that and still are. So in total we invested 2,410 Swiss francs this month, thanks to the dividend that we received from SDGPEX. The future yearly dividends went up with 119.21 Swiss francs per year, or 9.93 Swiss francs per month. So now we are close to 2,900 Swiss francs per year and close to 240 Swiss francs per month. And last month we went up 367.69 Swiss francs, or a yield of 0.75%. So yearly basis that would be 9%. And the total portfolio worth is 51,140.69 Swiss francs. So if you then calculate the yearly dividends that we expect and you look at the portfolio worth, that means that we have a dividend yield of 5.62% right now. So that is also way above the 4% dividend yield that is the marker that we aim for with our 300 dividend rule. But I'm really happy that it's higher. So then we can afford to also invest in other stocks, and maybe it's the PQVM ETF that I'm going to aim for. So that's a question for another time. And with that being said, I thank you for watching this video. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hitting that like button helps out the channel enormously as well. And hitting the bell icon notifications, it's not necessary. You will see it when I post my next video. And thank you for watching this one, and see you on the next one. Bye.